Welcome back, Nerd Squad. My name is Rory Destroya, and this is Top 10 Nerd. Since 1990, Gambit has been exploding stuff and charming X-Men readers, literally and figuratively. And since 1990, there have also been many different versions of Gambit across the universes, keeping a classic and well-known character fresh and exciting for years. So let's take a look at the top 10 alternate versions of Gambit. In the number 10 spot is The Witness. On Earth 1191, the entirety of the X-Men were wiped out by someone known as the X-Traitor. Entirely, except for one. His name was The Witness, as he was the last person to have seen the X-Men alive, and he had a Cajun accent and long hair and seemed very familiar, despite the decrepit appearance. He is also able to exist at all points in time at once, so has popped up in other Earths, oftentimes crossing paths with the Mutant Bishop. Coming in at number 9, we have Mutant X Gambit. Gambit from the Mutant X storyline used to be the leader of the New Orleans Thieves Guild and was married to Belladonna here. A fun twist on this guy is that after a near fatal injury, he was turned into a vampire by Bloodstorm, who you may also recognize. He also takes on the care of an adopted daughter named Raven, who is actually the biological child of Alex Summers and Jean Grey. But nobody gets to live a happy family life in comics, not even vampires. Next up at number 8 is Misfits Gambit. X-Men Misfits was a manga recreation of the X-Men universe with a center on Kitty Pryde and a twist on many familiar characters. In this universe, Gambit embodies the whole Misfits title really. He's a loner most of the time, but he's also a really great chef, which is how he becomes friendly with Kitty. Nice to see him picking up a new hobby besides throwing cards for once. In the number 7 spot is Age of Apocalypse Gambit. Gambit in the Apocalypse crossover series was a member of Magneto's X-Men and a very close friend of Magneto personally. However, when Rogue chose Magneto over Gambit, he was understandably pretty cheesed with his buddy and he left the team. All because she could touch Magneto but not Gambit. He formed his own team called the Externals, pretty clever name, but one member, Guido, defected and eventually to save Magneto, Gambit was absorbed back into the X-Men despite the love triangle. Coming in at number 6 we got Gambit Noir. X-Men Noir introduced a version of Remy LeBeau, who owned a nightclub and casino called Creole Club. As with many nightclubs, a lot of interesting stuff passes through, which makes him the perfect informant to Thomas Calloway, a reporter for the Daily Bugle. And as with many nightclub owners, the way he goes about business is not always the nicest, but it does get the job done. Oh, until it led to his death. Next up at number 5 we have Ultimate Gambit. Gambit from Ultimate Marvel had a backstory very similar to mainstream continuity. Now, when he is offered a place with the X-Men, he turns it down, preferring to work on his own with an orphaned girl he rescued from Hammerhead. Eventually, he leaves the girl at a homeless shelter with strangers because it's apparently the safest option, and he joins the Fenris twins in exchange for better control over his explosive powers. He just has to steal Rogue as a little favor to them. Up next at number 4 is 2019 Gambit. Wait, who? So glad you asked. If you didn't know, now you do. Gambit is getting his own movie in 2019, and it's even more special because this is an entirely new Gambit played by Channing Tatum. I know that will get some of you ladies in the theater. Some of you guys too, let's get real. And it's gonna be released on Valentine's Day, so gentlemen, take your girlfriend out on a date so she can ogle at her celebrity crush. She will be so grateful. In the number 3 spot, we have Brotherhood Millennial Visions Gambit. There are several different Gambits from the worlds of What If, but Millennial Visions came to screw things up and have a good time. He was a member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants led by Magneto, and he used this as an opportunity to get close and cozy with Magneto's wife, Rogue Darkholme, who was a merge of Rogue and Mystique. So much for Brotherhood. Coming in at number 2 is The End Gambit. Here on Earth 41001, Gambit is revealed to be an actual clone of Mr. Sinister, containing DNA of Scott Summers as well, and he was created as a weapon against Apocalypse. As for good news, he is finally able to get busy with longtime love Rogue and have kids Rebecca and Oliver. As for bad news, the woman he's waited so long for is killed off. You just can't win him, dude. And finally, in the number 1 spot, we got New Sun. This version of Gambit was born as a result of his parents being paid to have a kid, so it's a weird way to enter life. A government project known as Alpha 1 took over from there and trained him even before he had powers, so when they began to show up he had a great handle on them. So great he accidentally destroyed his world, don't you hate it when that happens? So he proceeded to hunt down all the alternate versions of himself and kill them off in hopes that this would never happen again. So those were the top 10 alternate versions of Gambit. Let me know in the comments section down below who your favorite X-Men is. My name is Rory Destroya, thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another nerdy list.